Hey ladies, it's your girl Ken and welcome back to the channel Simply Serene. This is my first long form video in 2026. So happy new year, happy to be with you ladies. I want to give a small disclaimer because we are entering a new year. I want it to be as direct as possible as we grow closer to God as women of God. Let's get started. But I hear a lot of women saying that they're entering their soft girl era in 2026. But I'd like to propose to you that you are missing one main ingredient because softness is not found in brunches and clinking your glasses together and talking about how much your husbands or boyfriends get on your nerves. It is not a wine nights. It is not the gossiping, talking about this girl and talking about that girl and his cousin Ray Ray. Like, that's not soft girl era. And it's definitely not walking around in these little cutesy half naked outfits saying that you're healing. That's why you just like this and you're tapping into your femininity. Like, let's just stop that. If God is not at the center of your soft life, then the life that you are calling soft girl era life is just a distracted one. So today we're going to talk about what real softness is and how we can obtain it. Now, I just want to say something really quick. Like, let's just clear something up. This whole soft girl era, I'm like, why are we saying soft girl era? We're grown women. I already struggle with the phrase. I understand what women are trying to say, but we're women. So let's just stop. Let's stop that. When we see someone actually living the soft girl era life, there's a certain aesthetic that goes along with it. Pastel clothes, neutral tones, oversized sweaters and pleated skirts, cute hair accessories. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They have like dewy makeup, the lifestyle, the brunches, the coffee dates, the perfect coffee sitting in front of them, and they take the perfect picture. They're always shopping, Louis Vuitton stores, Gucci stores, talking about they're giving back to themselves, they're healing, or they're journaling by a candlelight, taking photos in perfect lighting. Everything looks cozy. The energy light, the tone playful and a little flirtatious. Their movements are just so, y'all know what I'm talking about. The captions, let's get into the captions. The captions are always about loving life, loving yourself, embracing femininity. It's always about creating this soft, dreamy vibe that looks peaceful. It's curated perfectly to the T from the outside. It's an external softness that often has nothing to do with their true inner peace. And I know that pissed someone off, but let's be real. It's curated for your likes. It's curated to capture your attention. It's curated to tell you this is what soft girl means. Like, it's all just exterior. But really, softness is not about aesthetics, and it's definitely not curated content. It's about rootedness, discernment, it's about wisdom and real lasting peace that actually shows up in how you move, how you speak, and your choices. And it kind of made me think because honestly, the average person does not like my type of content. You know, my hair isn't like laid for the gods. I mean, like let's be real. Like, let's be real. I don't have like, you know, beautiful, like laid baby hairs. Like, my makeup isn't flawless. If I do wear makeup, my nails aren't done literally ever. I'm not giving the aesthetic that Instagram and the culture tells you that you need to look soft. I'm actually giving you something different. I'm giving you raw, unfiltered information. And yes, I get it. That's not appealing at times. Yes, I believe in God. Yes, I go to church, but I live exactly how I want to live. And I do exactly what I want to do 6 days out of the week, and sometimes 7. If that's what the world tells you soft girl is. But what I'm really trying to teach to the ladies, especially in 2026, is to dive into real inner peace, into knowing the real you, not through what the world tells you is you, not the culture, not through cute photos, cozy vibes, cute blankets, and lit up candles, but through God. And that's why the girl in the pastel room with all the neutral tones, the candles, the perfectly curated feed gets 1 million followers, while content like this may never go viral. But the truth is, this is the content that's going to transform you. This is the type of things that we should be talking about over our brunches and time with our girls. The real stuff that's going to change us from the inside out. You heard me? What most women are really longing for when they talk about this whole soft girl era life is they're longing for peace. They're longing for their nervous system to be at rest. They're longing for a good guy. They're longing for stability. They're longing for a quiet inner life. They're longing for those things. And those desires are 100% valid. So that's not why I'm here to talk about how invalid they are. No, we all want that. But the way the culture is teaching us how to get there, that's where the problem is for me. I don't know what happened, but somewhere along the way, ladies, we were taught that soft life equals constantly going out to eat. We were taught that soft life equals drinking with our friends. We were taught that gossiping and calling it bonding equals soft life. We were taught that this soft life era equals overspending, overexposing our bodies, like everything has to be out. Like everything, because that means you're feminine. We were taught that we should call all of that freedom. It's all under the umbrella of freedom, healing. And let's be honest, there is nothing soft about you kiki cacking over drinks, looking dressed up in Gucci, but your mind is so warped. What is soft about that? That's actually overstimulation, noise, and performance. I hate to be this bleak with you and this straightforward with you, but honestly, ladies, I wish somebody was this straightforward with me. Softness is not about doing soft things. Softness is literally about being at peace. Your mental is at peace, not looking like you're at peace, but physically at peace. This is the part that literally nobody wants to talk about. Softness actually requires something of you. It actually requires of you to be a peaceful woman, to not seek drama, to not gossip. It actually requires of you to be at inner peace. It requires of you to be confident in yourself. It requires you to not be dependable upon your surroundings for peace. True peace requires the right environment. You cannot live softly in a chaotic environment. You cannot manufacture peace through things, Louis Vuitton, through flying across the country, fine dinners, and red bottoms. Peace does not come from a man. It does not come from a new car, new apartment. It does not come from hair. It does not come from nails. It does not come from lashes. How many times do you see women getting their hair or their nails done, like spending thousands of dollars, and they're like, in my soft girl era, in my peace, like, peace does not come from hair, nails, and lashes. It doesn't even come through therapy in itself. The things that I named can support peace, but they cannot create it. Peace has one source. Are you ladies ready for the source? The source is the one and only God. God, God, God. I'm not anti-therapy. I'm not anti-get your nails done, anti-enjoyment. I'm not even saying don't rest and don't take care of yourself. That's not what I'm saying, ladies. What I am saying is if God is not the foundation, those things become substitutes instead of supports to your peace. And I'm telling you right now, substitutes always fail. Always. I wanted to talk about softness with culture versus softness with Christ. And this is where the difference becomes really obvious. This is where you can really see the difference in the type of woman. Softness shaped by culture typically and usually looks loud, restless, looks exposed, and constantly seeking validation. But softness shaped by Christ looks different. You move differently, you speak differently, you choose differently, you even dress and look differently. There is a visible calm, there is a visible groundness, a stability that does not have to announce itself. Most women who are truly confident do not announce it to the world. Most women who truly are not seeking validation do not have to share everything about themselves. They don't, because they don't care what you think. They really don't care what you think. It's what does God think about me? What does my family think about me? What do my kids think about me? What does my husband think about me? Not about what does the Instagram algorithm think about me. That kind of softness, that kind of femininity, that kind of Proverbs 31 woman, that cannot be faked. It cannot be bought. And it cannot be copied from social media. It definitely can't be copied from social media, ladies, because no one is doing that. Everybody wants validation. Like, seriously, I'm trying to understand this soft girl error and how it relates to a Christian woman. That's why I was like, I have to do this. I have to make this video. It's been on my mind for such a long time because I'm just like, how is a Christian woman correlating herself with soft girl error in the way that the culture does it? What we need to start doing is redefining it. Softness is you're able to regulate your emotions. You're able to sit still. You don't need to go here and here and here and here to be seen. You're able to be in stillness. You're able to discern things and have self-control. You're able to have peace under pressure. That's a really big one. A soft woman is not weak. She is rooted. And here's the part that most people don't like. Softness comes after surrender. After you give your life to Christ. I'll give y'all an example. I have this thing where I like to control things, which y'all probably already know if you've been on my channel. I want people to kind of do what I want them to do, which I think everyone has a certain degree of that. Like they like the way things are to be done and they expect other people to do it that way. But God had to tell me that it is not my job to change anyone. He did not give me that authority to change anyone. That is the heavy lifting that he does. It's only my job to pray for them, to love them and respect them, and to set my own boundaries. And once I surrendered myself to God, I said, Lord, take that away from me. Take it away from me to want to try to change my husband and to have him do what I want him. Once I gave that thing to the Lord and surrendered myself to the Lord, I stepped into a whole new era of woman softness. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not reminding you of something 2 and 3 times. I'm not saying anything rude to you because what's the point? I gave it to God. God's handling it from this point on. And that's what surrender is. When you surrender and you realize God's in control of your life, not Beyonce, not the culture, not the Cardi B song, not SZA's new album. Like when you realize those things were controlling you and you surrender all that to God and he's in control, you step into a softness that I'm telling you cannot be bought from the culture. I'm telling you, it's a different type of foundation. And once God is the foundation, I'm telling you, therapy becomes more effective. Your rest becomes more restorative. Beauty becomes expression, not compensation. It becomes expression. Relationships are not needed. They actually become additions to you, not lifeline. In closing, a lot of women are calling it soft girl error, when what they really are experiencing, this is tough, is temporary relief. Softness without God is fragile. Softness with God is sustainable. That's the difference between an aesthetic and a way of life. Thank you ladies so much for tuning in to Simply Serene. I know this video might have been a little tough because we are so intermingled and tied up and loyal to our culture, to our surroundings, our music, our diets, our foods, our self-care. We're so wrapped up that when we hear something that's calling us away from that, we don't know how to respond. But if it stirred something up inside of you, rewatch it, come back, rethink, reevaluate, rewatch. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share it with a friend. I will see you in the next video. Again, Happy New Year and take care.